Recipe notes for crispy skinned salmon with creamy Dijon pan sauce. This is the kind of recipe that will make you feel like an award-winning chef, I'm telling you. Unless you already are an award-winning chef, then I don't really I don't really know. But this is a fantastic trick and sort of, I guess, method to have in your back pocket as a home cook because it's easy, there's not much to it, and I think it's basically foolproof. And we're going to talk a little bit about it today in recipe notes. Okay, the real star of today's recipe is the salmon itself, or more specifically, its skin, which I've got a real close up here for you. But this recipe is all about how to achieve that really almost potato chip like, salty, crispy salmon skin, which I think is the best part of the whole thing and makes salmon feel really, really special. And there's just a few tricks to keep in mind as you're cooking that will help you nail this method. All right, I talk a little bit about the pan in this recipe post, and while I typically like to reach for my iron skillets, today I'm going to suggest you go for a non-stick skillet. And the reason is because we're cooking with fish, and if this is a new method for you, the non-stick skillet will eliminate any fear of tearing or sticking, because that's definitely not what we want. We want perfectly intact crispy skin, and a non-stick skillet will really help get you there with ease. Another thing that's important when you're trying to really cook fish of any kind, but if you're really aiming for the crispy, browned skin and flesh, you want to make sure the salmon is patted dry with a paper towel or something comparable before it ever hits the pan. Any moisture going on that fish is going to be your enemy, so just make sure you get things as dry as you possibly can before you hit the pan. Even leaving them to air dry in the fridge a little bit before cooking is a really good idea too. But above all, I think when you're cooking crispy skinned salmon or fish of any kind, the most important thing to remember is to put the fish in the skillet skin side down first and let it cook for a long time that way, 6 to 7 minutes, without touching it or moving it at all, and then give it a flip once the skin is nice and crispy and golden brown, and let it cook for like 1 to 2 minutes when it's flesh side down to finish cooking through. And you want to get that fish off the heat as quickly as you can. The fish will continue to carry over cook just a little bit after you turn off the heat or take it out of the pan. So getting it off the heat just a little bit early is a lot better than taking it off too late because nobody likes a dry piece of salmon. So this is a great cooking method to ensure the salmon cooks evenly and slowly and gently to prevent drying out. And you end up with the most amazing, crunchy, salty, well-seasoned exterior. And it goes with just about anything. Thanks for following along in today's recipe notes, guys. I hope you give this one a try because it is so good. It's kind of a game changer in the fish cooking department. I make it all the time. It's so healthy and it makes you feel kind of like a chef, which is never a bad thing. If you have any trouble, questions, or comments, as always, feel free to hit me up. I love to hear from you. And as always,